yesterday, we get home from Ghost in the Shell, and my girlfriend's like, "Oh my god, my friend just texted me, and Rick and Morty season 3 is on like right now."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What?" And then I got a message from you.
Yeah, because I had just finished watching it.
Here's the link to the new Rick and Morty. You gotta watch it. Like,
because
right
we
now.
need to talk about it.
And, you know, it being April Fool's, you're just like, what? But it was actually like a thing. And I guess Adult Swim and Cartoon Network have been doing some like crazy April Fool's stuff. Like, I guess on Cartoon Network, they were doing like googly eyes on all the characters. And like last night on Adult Swim, I think it was like they had like laugh tracks going on everything or something. But nobody, I mean, who would have guessed that we would have gotten the season 3 premiere of Rick and Morty unannounced?
Yeah, completely unannounced.
Just out of nowhere
and
on a continuous loop.
Streaming, yeah, on a continuous loop until midnight. I have no idea when it started.
Right.
Because, like...
we got out of the movie, and then it's just all over Facebook and Twitter and, and Reddit, and, like, Reddit was going nuts. There's already tons of memes from this episode already on there, and it's great. And I guess, you know, if you've been following Rick and Morty, you know, they've never announced like when the new season is starting.
Yeah,
so,
like they had thrown out tentative dates of like the end of last year.
Yeah.
And then first quarter this year. And now we finally know, at least this summer sometime.
Right? So this isn't the start of it? Are we not going to get a new episode next week?
No, as the episode ended, tune into season 3 of Rick and Morty this summer.
Oh,
yeah.
So, well, summer's not that far away.
No, exactly.
So, yeah.
And we got to see the first episode. We got to see how Rick gets out of that intergalactic prison.
Right, and we get to see a little bit of Rick's backstory, too.
Well, kind of.
Kind of. We see his wife and a young Beth.
Yeah.
In the episode, and we see him like with short hair, and he's not all drooling and everything. And somebody on Reddit actually posted an interesting picture. They were like, I guess Rick lived in Walter White's house, and they posted a picture of that house right next to a picture of the house from Breaking Bad, and they're
almost identical.
So similar that it can't be a coincidence.
Well, I'm sure that Roiland and Dan Harmon are both big fans of Breaking Bad, because who isn't?
Yeah, right. Everybody.
People who
is
haven't
fans of
seen
Breaking
it.
Bad.
Yeah, people who haven't seen Breaking Bad are the only ones who are not fans of Breaking Bad.
Right? So, you know, basically, I guess the last season, Rick got captured by the Galactic
Federation
government or whatever.
Yeah, I think they're called the Galactic Federation. But who cares?
And he's, you know, it starts off with him like talking to this alien in a Shoney's, voiced by Nathan Fillion.
Yes, that was a great little surprise for us, because you know Nathan Fillion's great.
Yeah,
but they're all like it's Rick, Morty, Summer, Beth, and Jerry. They're all eating at a Shoney's.
Yeah, and do they have a deal with Shoney's?
No, probably
they
not.
Use the straight up logo. I mean, kind of like how Cinnabon has stuff tied in with Better Call Saul.
Right.
Like I've seen pictures of. I mean, there's no Cinnabon here where we live, but I've seen pictures of Cinnabons where they have like cardboard standees of Saul Goodman and stuff. You know, promoting the show.
Right.
Which is weird because it's like an adult themed show.
Right.
And then you have Rick and Morty with Shoney's. Maybe these restaurants are finally starting to, you know, get wise to the fact that they need to start targeting other demographics than just like family friendly shit.
Right.
But said, I don't eat at Shoney's, and I wouldn't. It's terrible.
I don't think that I have ever eaten at a Shoney's. I don't even know where there is one around
There
here.
was a Shoney's where I grew up, and it was just... It's a Casey's now. Gas station. It's a fucking gas station now. But it was just terrible. I remember my parents and I ate there when I was a kid, and we ended up leaving without paying because it was so cold where we were sitting, and we kept begging them to turn the fan off like right above us, and they were just like, nah. And so my dad was like, "Fuck this, let's leave." Yeah. I take after my dad. If you remember the theater conversation last week, we'll cause scenes, man. This is ridiculous. Anyway, back to what were we talking about?
Conversation.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty season 3 premiere. Rick tells Jerry to take off all his clothes and fold himself up into 12 times, and he does it because he realized, this is a fucking simulation.
Right.
It's like that episode in, which one was that, season 1 or 2, where with the simulation thing. Whatever. And Nathan Fillion comes in as he's like
an agent.
Yeah, an agent.
Agent Smith of this world.
In there to get Rick to spill the beans on how he developed the portal gun, basically.
Right. And it's confirmed Rick is the smartest being in the galaxy.
Yeah.
Because he invented the portal gun.
Yeah.
This show is so crazy to me because like the whole like Council of Ricks thing and it's just, what can't you do? I mean, they don't really time travel, but still with the whole concept of alternate dimensions, it's very much like Doctor Who where there's not a story that you can't tell with those devices.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, what'd you think of the episode? Did it live up to your expectations as far as a Rick and Morty episode goes?
After such a long Rick and Morty drought,
right?
Any Rick and Morty really satisfies the itch, but this episode was spectacular.
A little bit off topic, I was surprised to see that a Squidbillies commercial during that, and I was like, wait, that show is still on? I don't have TV,
right?
Cable TV, so I don't really watch Adult Swim anymore.
I do, but I still don't. I haven't watched anything on Adult Swim since Rick and Morty season 2 ended last year.
I love how the ending of the episode, they crushed the whole government just by changing the value of their money to nothing.
Yeah.
And then it's like, he who controls the pants controls the galaxy, which is a Dune reference. If you've ever...
The spice must flow?
The spice must flow, dude. The spice melange. I would love to see them do just a whole, Dune-inspired episode of Rick and Morty. How cool would that be?
Yeah. That'd be pretty awesome. And they'll probably do it.
Yeah. But apparently the Szechuan sauce was a real thing.
Was it?
Yes. On Reddit, they found some commercials for it. and apparently... they're doing a live action remake of Mulan that's set for a couple years from now, and they're already starting these online petitions to get McDonald's
to bring back the Szechuan
sauce, which you can buy Szechuan sauce in bottles at Walmart,
right,
in the ethnic food section. And it's very delicious.
Is it?
I don't like the spicy one. I go for the mild.
Really?
But it's good. I never tried the Szechuan sauce at McDonald's, but I was on a McDonald's boycott for a while. for a decade. I just didn't eat McDonald's. It's not that I was I'm going to eat healthy and I'm not going to eat fast food. It was just I'm not going to eat at McDonald's.
Right. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that.
Because their food's terrible. So, anyway...
we haven't, really dived into spoilers or anything, especially because if people missed that episode's stream, they're not going to want to be spoiled.
Yeah, fuck them.
Really?
You can already download it. You can already stream it. If you want...
It's available.
If you want to see the season premiere of Rick and Morty Season 3... and you missed it last night, just Google it. You can find it. Go to the Rick and Morty subreddit. There's, links for days on there.
Oh, okay.
Spoilers... Jerry and Beth are getting divorced.
Yes! And Rick doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's like, fuck it. He's like, I run the family now, Morty.
I did all of this on purpose.
And he would do
fuck
something
you,
like
Morty.
that. Yeah.
You're...
insignificant piece of shit. So I don't know. It's just great. But here's an interesting theory that was put forth by someone on the Rick and Morty subreddit. What if that was the April Fool's joke and it wasn't the real season premiere? And it was all you start off, when we finally start getting new episodes and they show the first episode of this next season whenever it finally starts airing week to week.
And it's
what if we get
something completely
different first episode?
You know what? I would still be all right with that because this was a great standalone episode, even if it isn't, if that was actually just an April Fool's joke.
Right.
This was still a great episode.
And really, they don't do a lot of two-parters in that series, and they don't do a lot of, overarching stories, so it makes sense. I did, whenever I first started watching the first of the new episode, and he's like, and that's how I escaped the galactic government or whatever, I was like, oh, that's totally a Doctor Who move. Because notice how on Doctor Who, when they have two-parters, it'll end on this, oh my god, something terrible's going to happen, and then they just resolve it, within the first, 5 minutes of the next episode. So, that's kind of, I think that was kind of a nod to that, but then you realize that that's not exactly what happened, and that he's kind of like in his mind or whatever. But we need to wrap it up.
Yeah.
So, what did you think of Rick and Morty? I know you saw it. Go watch it illegally if you have to. Because
you need to.
Yeah.
And it's Rick and Morty. You got to scratch that Rick itch.
That Rick itch. On shows that are so wildly popular like that, why don't they just, throw as much money as they can at Roiland and Harmon and just have them, 52 episodes a year, man?
Yep. One every week.
Yeah,
well, that's the thing. I mean, they're having a lot of trouble actually getting this season written. So
they're running out of ideas. I've seen them riff on episodes.
I was about
live.
to say.
On YouTube, you can see a video where they're at some comic convention.
And they're just making up an episode. Yeah, no, I honestly don't think that it's they're running out of ideas. I think they are, and I think this was confirmed in an interview, they're kind of arguing about the direction that the show is going to take. So
don't fuck it up, guys.
I don't think they will. I have all the faith in the world in Dan Harmon, especially because, I loved Community and stuff. But Justin Roiland is great, so I want to see this show keep going forever. 100 years. 100 years. Rick and Morty.
97 years, 9 seasons.
97 years left, Morty.
All right, let's go.